This will actually be a good test. Are you guys familiar with how we've been opening and closing the show?
No.
All right.
I am John Scott. This is my golden hour.
Bang.
Michael Vann.
We like it.
What? And then what did you say?
No,
I am blank.
This is my golden.
This is my golden hour.
That sums up this one pretty well, actually.
Okay, and then
all right.
closer.
Closers.
You guys do the
Yo,
closer.
no, you guys should clap. Clap on the closer.
This has been John Scott and
Michael Vann.
with your golden hour.
Bang.
I am blank.
Synchronicity.
Make sure you come to Phoenix Downs for all your mixing, guys.
Absolutely, I'm
John
the best
will
in the
hold
city.
it down.
Golden is a gang ho. I stay up on the bang bros. She gon' do what I say so. Yeah, I'm running to the pesos. I told her keep it way low.
We're live.
Oh, wait. Heck, I need a little more gain on me, bro.
You always want more gain. You always want more.
All right, so we're not going to drop this heck with the Lost Files, but I think we should do a Phoenix Down sub-season. And
I
so
agree.
who better to start with
Our guy.
than the Oracle Igniter?
God, see, that's a lot of gain.
So listen, before we got on, there was a debate.
There was a deep
Slash
discussion.
dispute
Deep
slash-
discussion.
Elaboration.
I like
Okay.
deep discussion better.
So
Heck, pick up his game.
you're talking about the astrology thing.
I'm talking about the distinction. Heck,
Can I get that water too?
Yeah, heck, I need a little more gain on me too. I'm talking about you justifying zodiac signs. And so, why don't you, before we start, just introduce yourself.
Let the people know.
This is Mike Vann, the Pizza Man.
In the building. Always in the building.
I'm here to serve y'all pizza.
Hell yeah. Yo,
Okay, so the reason that astrology is
wait,
not
wait,
complete bullshit.
but let's just specify why you are part of the Phoenix Down sub-season. Because Mike holds down the fort over here. For better or for?
Oh, God.
Thirst.
Thirst. That's my guy. All right, so when did you start getting a knack for astrology?
After
The consumption of
all
you
of
can
the binging and
what, LSD?
then like
Was it
because
acid
it had
or
never
LSD?
occurred to me before
Same
like
thing.
oh I'll ask what this person's sign is. Even like in my 20s, like 22, I still had no idea about any of like the distinctions, but then I was like,
Seems interesting.
pattern recognition is like basically what I'm good at. So that's why it the art and the music unfold how they do, but like it's really just about patterns, like finding similarities, like at all. If there's any similarity that overlaps at all, like even once, then it's a pattern technically. So like because it occurred
So
in more than one instance.
Yeah,
so.
but so how does that correlate to
So
astrology?
similarly, if you have like, like if you have theoretically archetypes of people or like, personalities or like common traits, because we're all human beings, we're all like, we're all fucking human beings. We all have arms and legs and we all have like bodies and have, thoughts and are conscious, born conscious. And so like, if there's an overlap of behavioral similarity, it's a pattern that you can like start to like, like figure out.
I know, but
Attribute
but-
qualities to rather.
I know, but what I'm saying is, don't you think you have more of a knack for it than the average person?
Well, maybe so, but that's just like that's just like my place in the puzzle of
Whatever the fuck's
like
going on here, man.
existence or
Gotcha.
whatever. Yeah, bro. Far out, bro.
Wait, when did you become such an existentialist?
Well,
You consider yourself an existentialist, correct? And for those who don't know, that's like the philosophy.
Like, yes, in one, if like you're limiting it to existentialism, like I had subscribed to like Taoist or like Buddhist philosophy in general, or like Hindu philosophy. I mean, like a lot of it overlaps. Like I'm saying, like it's all just patterns. If you like see a lot of overlap over a wide variety of like varying like how shit started out, like the fact that like like a whole culture could be born in like this part of the world and they would still draw the same conclusions, and like thus confirming that there is a pattern to thought, like as like this other culture, and what does that mean? So similarly, if you want to like make it a little bit less scary and deep, to just like, hey, what's your sign? Like, oh my god, I'm a Scorpio. You're a Taurus. We would go great together. It's like, well, okay, but like that's actually not kind of like, it's actually like not bullshit though, because like you got to think about it in terms of music, bro. We're at the studio. The fucking sounds and the tones generating, but it's also like there's 12 notes.
What is your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Do you see in the
Aquarius squad represent
in the common
Boom goes the
depiction of an
dynamite.
Aquarius? Do you see overlap between that and yourself?
Yeah, because like I. Like,
What is an Aquarius known to do?
It's the water bearer. So you come bearing the like water. Or just the like, what I'm saying?
so you
like
that
the
guy,
juice.
bro. You that guy, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And, like,
or that's like
water
our,
would be
that's
like
our
a-
perception of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So like,
And water would be a representation of what exactly? Like,
where the fuck is the voice coming from? Bro? Where are you?
What do you mean? I'm right here.
No, Mo's on the microphone right now, but
Mo?
yeah.
what do you be, bro?
Oh, that's your voice.
Yes,
bro.
dude.
Okay, see. The analogy I was making is that we come bearing the sauce, we carry it, but we don't.
What is the
We're not-
sauce?
Bro, that's the question, isn't it?
Who knows?
Oh, so you guys are just bringing in invisible gift.
It's the water bearer. So like in terms of like an infinitive idea, like what could that cluster of words like mean? The water bearer. That's what the sign means. So like, I'm saying yours is the sea goat.
No. Is that what it is?
Bro.
I thought it was the goat of war.
I mean, it's still like
It's the motherfucking goat, bro.
Overall, it's the motherfucking goat. So it's like got qualities of like the animal of a goat, but it also is like an ideological. It's like a spiritual goat, bro.
Okay, so
And
this
it also has the cultural overlap of the fucking greatest of all time.
absolutely, which I love.
Right, exactly.
Feels
'Cause
my
it's
ego,
like,
man.
It's sauce, bro. So like.
Oh, so I got the swag too.
Yeah, everybody's got the swag, bro.
No, that's
Everybody-
not true. That's
That
not true.
is-
That is
definitely
your.
not
Then
a-
that's like your bias, like and your issue within yourself.
You think that everybody has a swag?
Yeah, everybody has like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has that sauce that they fucking sauce up, bro.
Yeah, it's just
like-
that's just
you know what I'm
individuality,
saying?
right?
And like now, some people are born with it in like varying degrees. Some people can just sauce everywhere.
Pause.
Sauce
Biggie's getting
overlay.
up. Biggie's getting up just a little bit.
He just has to get closer to the mic, too.
Hell yeah. Mike.
Just throw it away.
Mike Quasimodo.
Let's go, bro.
What's up, brother?
See,
Are you familiar with the concept that like the world that we live in is just a simulation?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
Either way, we either great.
Who gives
We're
a fuck?
simulated.
You don't stress too much about the
Well,
idea.
it's because like to stress, it would just be like not only like stressful,
I shouldn't say
but
stress,
it would be
like,
devoting
you don't ever-
energy to something that I cannot change. Because
or
either
prove,
way,
yeah.
I'm gonna be experiencing my reality the same as I have been this entire
Whether
time
you
of
knew
being
it.
Not necessarily.
alive. Whether or not it's a simulated reality doesn't mean I'm not experiencing it.
That is
But then
also
it's
true,
also
yeah.
like the Zen Buddhist thing where it's like I'm not here, it's I is all consciousness ever at all times, and we're all just like slivers of that, so we're not even really the people that we...
Do you think it's a simulation like that someone else is responsible of, or do you think like life itself
Well,
is a
heck,
simulation of your
what
own?
are-
that's
what are
like
your
asking, like, is God...
The motherfucking dog.
Is it God? Or like, I mean, because
I
that's
mean,
what we're
essentially,
talking
whatever
about.
is
If we're a
responsible.
simulation and then there was somebody that wrote the simulation, then for all intents and purposes, because we are subservient to the, we're in a simulation thing,
Mhm.
that's God. I mean, whoever wrote the simulation would
Yeah, whoever's
theoretically be
responsible
God.
for it,
So
yeah,
by that
would be
same
God.
logic,
But
what it's like, how do you define a simulation then?
But no, so this I understand. So I think where the real theoretical evidence comes in is how fast the human race developed. Correct. So all these other animals have been around for years. Humans are what 50,000 years old.
Yeah, and we've.
How did they become civilized so
shown-
fucking
yeah.
fast? You know what I'm saying? So
Fucking aliens.
you think so?
Or like subterranean beings, or like fucking the unknown, like, you know what I mean?
So what in your
I'm just saying,
in-
like, the historical record is sort of like open to like it's sort of
Interpretation.
like open
so what
field. At
so
this
what
point,
so what's
you know?
your stance on existence? Please, we're
I
here
mean,
for
like, bro, it's just the eventuality of like what
We're here. It's, yeah.
okay, like, if you have the possibility of something, you know what I'm saying, then, like, in some universe, that possibility is not a possibility, it is actualized.
A reality,
so,
yeah.
like,
I don't
because
understand. I do not get that. What does that mean?
That even though it may,
just hang on. So, like,
Oh.
let me finish the thought. You're cool.
Go,
You're cool.
go.
So,
Yeah.
like, if if consciousness, therefore consciousness, because consciousness is a possibility, consciousness is like, oh, I want to like attain that, which is to be aware, or like, you know what I'm saying? And awareness is the thing that is like the reason for us being here, is because like we like are all, the one thing that we all have in common as being alive is that we are aware.
Okay, so
To some degree, we're aware of the fact that it's like, oh, I'm in control of this thing.
So I think as this continues, you're gonna have to explain it to somebody who cannot think as intensely introspectively as you, because I cannot. And so I do not understand why that consciousness is our only qualifying characteristic that makes us all the same. Like, you don't think the fact that we all have the same anatomy?
Well, we all literally do have the same anatomy. That's
what
why
I'm saying.
we're human. That's why we're Homo sapiens and not Reptilis scromungus totalis or some other.
I get it. So what I'm
Species.
saying is, then in that case, how is consciousness our only qualifying feature?
Because like the nature of everything tends towards consciousness. Like the trees and shit are literally like conscious, bro. Like they send electrical signals like to each other through networks and like roots and all that shit. You know, it's shit that's like, oh, well, duh. I mean, that would kind of make sense because roots and trees and stuff. But it's stuff that you just look at and it just blends into your thing. And you're just like, yeah, roots, trees, birds.
kind of like part of
the
like,
road. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of it is just to connect to each other because we're all like,
kind of like
yo,
a big database.
Yo, are you like,
Are you my fucking dog? type
yo,
shit?
are you, yeah, like, are you conscious? I'm conscious too.
Let's have sex.
Fuck, man. Yeah, like in more than just the physical way.
Wait. So when did you start like adopting like such an introspective stance on your life?
When I had a horrifying psychotic break from, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a bad trip, bro.
How bad?
Like, you know,
you
you
were
just,
talking
you,
about
like,
this.
like, bro, when you have an ego death, when you hear the term ego death, it sounds like, oh, that sounds like theoretical mumbo jumbo bullshit. But it's like, literally, like, you understand your life as just, you know what I'm saying? It's like part of the show. Like,
Wait.
that's why everything feels like a movie all the time, bro. Whenever it's like, bro, I felt like I was in a movie, but it was like real life. And it's like, yeah, bro, because like it's real life, bro. Like it's the show.
This is kind of like already
Like
pre-programmed.
we are the physical reality. If you have according to string theory, there's like 10 dimensions, right? Okay, so the first dimension, there's no length, width, or depth. There's nothing. It's just a point in space. The first dimension has length only, no width or depth. Okay? Second dimension has length and width, so you can have images and stuff. Third dimension is length, width, and depth, so you get the physical being. And then after that, it goes into dimensions of like time and how the physical unfolds. So really, there's just the three.
Mm-hmm.
There's the three that's like the fundamental, and then everything else is like a, you know what I'm saying, like an extrapolation,
yeah, gotcha. Outer shell. Of
like a fractalization off of that.
So question: when?
So
you have
sauce bro.
yeah, absolutely. So you're the water bearer, right? You're like
Yeah.
Avatar. You're the water bender. You're from the water tribe.
Well, it is an air sign, so you're thinking of the airbender, I think.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I never saw the show, so
When
if there are other benders,
no.
I
Avatar's
don't know.
Avatar's the last airbender, but the Avatar can master all elements. So fire, earth, water, and air.
Okay.
Bet. Yeah, no, the water's the fire tribe to be part of, bro. Oh, water's the fire
No, but
tribe to
I'm
be
not
part
part of the, bro. But I'm not part of the water tribe. I'm part of the air tribe.
Oh shit.
You're
I
part
just
of the
bear
human.
the
You're
water,
part of
bro.
the human tribe.
Oh,
Yeah,
you-
bro.
You're part of this
Team
big
team
tree called humanity.
Yeah, element.
Team Wo-
human element. or
Team Woody
whatever
Boys.
that-
Hell yeah, Team Woody Boys.
Woody boys.
Yo, so
Yeah.
so you did not think as introspectively before you had experimented.
Before it was like, consider the possibility that your life is just a shell, and you know what I'm saying.
And that just scared the fuck out of you?
It's just like all predetermined, and like literally, fate is exact. You know what I'm saying? Like your life.
Do you really
is-
think it's all predetermined, or like
I don't
you
know.
You don't
it's
think there's
it's,
like room
it's
for
no. I do think that there.
for
I mean, like
choice.
because of quantum possibility, which is like, you know. Oh God. So it's like there's like 6 different realities that could collapse and like weave in. What the fuck ever, man. It's all conjecture for me because I'm not like a, you know, like experimental particle physicist or anything. I'm just a bro.
So
But,
yeah, so what I'm saying is, so you experiment, right? And so was it just instantaneous that like your fucking mind switched completely on like the way you perceived what was going on around you?
Bro, it's like,
Was it like you just got
all of a
fucking
sudden-
frightened as fuck and now holy shit? my
yeah,
life's
but it's
changed?
not like frightened. It like instantaneously goes past that. Like
It's more like
you have,
enlightenment.
it's like overwhelm. Like, you know when you were like, bro, I was in a low place after that one show when I was coming down.
Mhm.
It's like that, like all day. Like I've got like 3
Jesus.
orders of that all day. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker,
Like
that sounds like
you know
it
what I'm saying?
sucks.
Like
Yeah.
it's you instantaneously go to like rock bottom. Like you learn what it's like to feel like you're like I'm not real.
It's scary as fuck.
But
Do you think it's
the
important
beauty in
for
it,
you to realize it?
yeah, because like it's all good, man. Who fucking cares if you're real or not?
You're real
This
to
shit's
you,
still
at least.
happening.
Yeah,
We're still
exactly.
fucking like here feeling it. So like, bet. Party on, Wayne. You know, like
That's a fact.
Yeah, but I think what I'm saying is like your thought process now tends to the fearful. Would you agree, or is it just like
No,
I don't give
would
a fuck
I would
about anything?
totally disagree. It's about understanding that
There's a possibility
it's
of that.
like literally
correct?
like, okay, bro, like you gotta realize that like when next time you're bored or something, go back and think of every fucking like corny, like, you know, cliche phrase that you've ever been told, and think about how crushingly, literally true every single one of them are.
Hard work pays off.
Life is but a dream.
Yeah, but isn't hard work pays off in that category too?
Yeah. Hard work pays off.
Hell yeah, I'll fuck with that, don't you?
I fuck with it. I'm just saying, like, sometime, bro, you're going to be sitting on the tee or something, or you're just going to be, like, in an angsty, like, you know, like, fidget, or you're just going to be, like, borderline blackout drunk, and you're going to realize the level of, like, literal truth to all of those gems that you've, like, that's just, like, been flying around in your wheelhouse.
And you think that's something.
And bro, like, shit like that shapes your, like, reshapes your whole shit, because you realize that, like, okay, the simplest answer is often the right one.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably heard that. It's like, oh, I heard that somewhere my whole life. That's Occam's razor.
You think this is because it's like there's a path already laid out for you? That
It's because, like, literally, it makes the most sense because we view it as the simplest thing. If it's like, oh, well, that's the simplest answer, obviously, because we all are like, oh yeah, that's the simple one, because we've differentiated simple from complicated, and all of these three other options that we've outlined are complicated in comparison to this thing. This is the simple answer, and so it's like, because we all agree that it's the simplest one, it's the most gel.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
so
Like,
you understand that.
And that goes for, like, literally anything, you know, like, applied to relative to anything else.
So you are not religious, correct? Just simple yes or no.
I mean, it's deeper than just yes and no, bro.
Well, no. So this is just so I can ask the next question. You're not traditionally religious.
No, I don't prescribe to any one, you know, organized religion. I fucks with, like, bits of all of them, bro.
So, do you know with some
all
of the
roads lead to home, bro.
So some of the earliest Catholicism is, especially Aquinas thought, is totally based around predetermination, which is like it's kind of what you're talking about.
Right, which is like fate, basically.
Exactly. So, do you think you pull some of your ideology from common thought, or do you think this is all totally novel and your brain created it?
What's the difference?
The difference is you picked one up from someone else.
Is it that?
Absolutely.
How do you
But
know
I mean,
that?
that could, like,
Because
be
you
pre-programmed. then
because
to-
you're receiving that from someone else, and then you.
What defines someone else?
I would say you're someone else to me.
Who are you?
I'm that fucking dog.
But
Aren't
I mean,
we all?
That's the thing. Is like
No, not all that dog, bro.
we could all be part of a
Which
bigger
dog?
thing. Oh god.
You be the weenie dog. I'm gonna be the golden retriever.
Dear God.
Dear God. Oh.
Oh.
Like, what was that, bro?
Bro, that was my, like, you know, that was my implied, you know, Japanese little girl singing karaoke.
Okay.
You know, because, like, Japan's got all that weird, like,
Shit.
you know, that all that sex shit going on. Like, like, all humans are just weird about sex. Bro, that's because, like,
Yeah, where does that stem from?
okay, so, like, peep
does that
fam,
stem from?
even in, like, you know, the tantric, like, Buddhist, like, monk. Yeah. Okay, so even with all that shit, it is known by, like, you know, the most, like, cutting edge monks, the tantric monks, to be that if you connect all the chakras, meaning, like, you bring into union your survival instinct along with your creative, you know, and, like, your willpower, like your will to, like, you know, exist and go out and do shit. Your heart, like the people you love in your life, your communication, your mind and third eye, your fucking, like, crown. And there are schools of thought that are like,
completely remove sex because it's like once you kind of like remove that like
Driving force.
that driving force,
That temptation, you're able to
you rechannel your like like your chi or like your energy, your soul's energy.
You're
like,
able to tap into
different
different
channels
things
and
that
thus,
you
like,
couldn't
ascend to a higher plane or whatever.
Gotcha.
But the super ultra mega hip monks are like, yo, what if you're just like super on your shit and zen and also you can nut?
Jerk off.
Then it's like literally all of the pieces of the puzzle are fucking
Have been
connected.
figured out.
And bro, like that's real shit, man. Like whenever you fucking nut, bro, that's like blast. That is your chakras realigning, bro. It's like getting like a little boost of like up. Like if you have if you feel just like, you're like, oh god, I just fucking like feel like shit today, and I just like. Normally I'm creative, but now I'm just feeling like a total block and blah blah blah, bro.
I mean, it's
just
true, bro.
Beat it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. It is true.
Just beat it. Beat it.
Question.
No, I have a fire question.
Go for it. Shoot.
So,
or something, or have sex, preferably, but
that takes too long.
Bro, and it'll unblock your
absolutely
job.
So, you've been alluding to monks a lot. Yeah? At least tonight. What?
It's possible.
Are you interested in the lifestyle of a monk? Like, is that something you would...
Yeah, bro, because it's gnar.
Well, I'm just going to say...
They're just straight like, yo, what if I can float, though? Like, literally, bro, there's this video on YouTube. I don't know what. I can't remember what, like, rabbit hole I went down.
I don't think humans can float.
Yo, dead ass. You can claim that, like, they put wires on this really old, frail Asian man while he was holding bells. And, bro, this stuff.
I refuse to believe
bro
that one.
floats, bro. He floats. He's just got, he's
like
one
green screen dog.
Bro, it's not a screen, though, because it's just like a man in a fucking temple. And he's got these really big beads. And he's just got, like, this look on his face that's just like,
motherfucker, he's not floating.
No. Literally, like, he's dude that's like bringing the cameras, the reason that we even I have this frame of reference is he's like, so like I'm investigating, what I'm saying, like legitness basically. I'm seeing whether you're legit and whether you are just on some Zane shit and you can float, or you're just like like a hack, or like you're like a phony. And like why? And like,
bro, it's like
also,
the Blair Witch Project, bro.
Let's
it's the
just
same
highlight
thing.
the scenario where he is a phony. What? How you're like, hey, I'm duping all these people by pretending to be a Zen monk in the mountains, where far removed from society, where few people will ever come into contact with me.
This is, if this is real, this will like become a thing. Like, people will be so fascinated. It would
bro,
be
this
like,
is real. You can go on YouTube and look up dude floats. Don't look up dude floats. That's
bro. This shit would literally
madness,
be on
but
like every single news station.
But it's not, because
it's not
people
real.
are anti-woke. No, bro.
It's not an anti-woke.
No one
bro.
can float, dude.
Why do you think, bro?
If someone figured out how to float and they could show it to other people, it would fucking take off, bro.
Do you have a computer? Hey, I gotta ask you a question.
It would not go underground.
Mike, look.
People want to see beheadings.
People do want to see beheadings. Go to bestgore.com. There's loads of them.
You don't think they want to
bro, do you have a computer in front of you?
I got my phone.
Right there.
What am I looking up?
Bro, you have an even tinier computer with
should
like
I look up?
a touch sensitive screen. That's crazy. Okay, look up Zen monk floats or some shit, and it's like, what I'm saying, like a normal dude in like a North Face jacket being like, I'm investigating to see
man levitates must see.
Yeah, that one.
Must see.
Motherfucker, this is the supernatural.
Like, and you can obviously debunk it because it's like, it's a video and Photoshop exists now, but like, bro, look at this dude.
For reference, look up man levitates must see. See what we're looking at.
Super.
Put it under the mic
look
a little
at his
bit too.
face, bro. His face is like genuine. It's like, I want you to have a good day.
Yeah, this dude's an actor.
Genuine intention.
Bro, this is TV, man. This is classic TV.
Bro.
Yeah. I don't care about the convo. I want to see this old fuck
And he
float.
says you have to like.
Oh, he's getting naked?
No, he's not getting naked. He's like.
He has to drop that weight.
Yeah, he's got to drop a load.
This is completely.
Like, bro, I didn't make.
This is
like,
preposterous.
Bro, you tell me you don't believe it.
My man's sitting on a circle
like
of
I'm
candles.
saying,
He's
like-
sitting on a circle of candles right now.
Like,
Semicircle.
Okay, so like
Yeah,
the
semicircle.
saucepan that's been like
And there's this
simmering
like
on,
white
like,
British
two,
dude like in front of the camera, like he's about to do it.
It's about to get poured all over your fucking spaghetti, bro.
He's doing some mantra. Put it on the mic. Put it on the mic a little.
It's like I saw it. Bro, this dude gets like 3 feet off the ground, bro.
He's levitating right now, bro.
One sec. Wait. All right. Let's peep the comments.
The comments.
It's gonna be like,
you,
this
you
shit's-
have to.
The
You have
comments
to.
are the same as us.
Ready? Okay.
Please
First one.
fire him.
The top comment. What a great combination of actors, levers, and pulleys.
Exactly, like the opinion of every like person that's like immediately like, oh, that's fake.
Mike, you
Don't want to
you
accept
dead-
the possibility.
All right, so I don't know.
Wait,
bro.
no.
This is bullshit.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So, this is me being just entirely honest. So,
Why is it so immediately jump to the like? It's got to be fake.
no. This is separate from that. I'm bouncing back. So when I had first met you, when you live in this studio, right? And
put some work.
you okay, excuse me. Yeah, but you live below the average means. Would you agree? By choice. It's not a bad thing.
In one respect, yes. In another, no.
So do you think humans need less?
Bro, like you don't like. Okay, it's not about like
Just-
what. It's like it's
just
not.
lean in.
About,
It's not about holding yourself to some
Scoot in some more, bro.
ideal or standard that you perceive yourself as like, oh, I need to do better. By doing better, I will construct in my head that better is equivalent to accomplishing these things tomorrow after I wake up. But it's like,
What do they
What the
mean?
fuck?
Yeah.
man,
What's the point?
the book, like, I don't care if it's like fucking cliche or whatever, bro. Be Here Now by Ram Dass, bro. Formerly Richard Alpert, PhD at Harvard, bro.
That doesn't matter. Don't do better.
Harvard.
Fucking hell.
Those fucking professors at Harvard, kid, they'd be taking a lot of fucking, like, you know, like Sykes, kid. They just, like, you know, like, they just want, like,
Good.
crazy.
I encourage it.
So you don't think goals are important?
When the fuck did I ever say that?
No. So I'm just trying
It's
to
like a gargantuan, like, leap of just, like, in the dark as well. But, okay.
What you're saying?
That tells me something about your mind state,
Well, yeah. No. I mean, I'm
which
not.
would lend to your Capricornness.
Okay, we'll get to that later. Why should we not want to do better?
Also, when did I say that? I never said that. What I said was that we can't, like, it's not that you shouldn't strive towards betterness as, like, but it's the fact that it is to chase infinity. You know, it's like the perfectionist's conundrum. The fact that we live in a universe where, like, matter decays instead of doesn't decay.
Yeah. Like, you should strive to do better, but that shouldn't be the only thing that you worry
It's
about.
like, bro, it's like, be
Happy.
here.
I think
Now.
happiness is the goal.
Like just be.
I
like,
think that's the ultimate
like all
goal.
of us, since all of us are, like, here sitting at this table, we just are in this moment.
You think
And,
that's
like-
it?
and,
You
like-
think that's it? That's the end goal. Just
It's
are
not. It
being-
literally. You don't even have to think whether it is or it isn't, because it's
But I
true.
mean, it's fun too. You know, like why not question it?
Exactly. You're still here now.
I mean, yeah, it's inevitable, obviously, but you know, it's just,
So like,
just
but,
fun to.
but the point of it being so like, you know, like vague and like aloof is that it is to pull you back into perspective relative to yourself, with like in proportion to like everything else around you, like in the same way that good and evil aren't like good and evil are matters of perspective. Like, you know, as much as we
Yeah,
want to
I
think
do
that
agree
we're
with that.
saints,
I
and
do
you know,
agree with
like
that, 100%.
you know, you'll have like different, you know, religious and holy people like screaming at each other because that's like, no, well, this one's wrong. It's like it depends on your
Yeah.
depends on your vantage point,
Agreed,
like on the
agreed,
hill,
agreed.
you know. And it's crazy how, like, you know, a cynic would call it indifference, but you know, it's crazy how kind of even the playing field of the universe is, because like, you know, human suffering is so like crushingly cold and all that shit. But it's also because like we view it as that, because we are viewing it from a human perspective. But if you view it from something higher than a human perspective, say a humans, plural, perspective, the entirety of humanity, one person suffering, it's like suddenly like much like lessened, like in our like, you know, mind's eye.
And how do you think you get there? Like,
and that's
as
not
an
like an
individual?
accident. Like, that's not a coincidence.
How do you think you get there as an individual? Because it's hard for a lot of people to even like get to that level of thinking. How do you?
How
like,
you get there is just to accept everything
But I mean, that's
in your life.
Yeah,
accept
bro,
it.
but, I mean,
Seems
just
kinda
think,
You know what I'm
just
slow,
saying?
think
bro.
about- just
I
think
know
about
that
how,
sounds like, oh, that's so dark. No,
No, it's not even
but
that. Like, it's too complex for people. Like, what does that mean? Like, as far,
That's
like,
well, also like that's immediately putting a limitation on people overall, you know, which
I mean-
affects the collective mind, because you're one of the collective mind. So if you think,
Yeah,
I
bro,
don't know if
but-
we can get this far, it's
But I mean, you
sure-
got to be realistic to the fact that not a lot of people are like that open-minded or like even that intelligent to be
right, and so that's why,
challenge those
and that
thoughts.
is why you, sir, should strive to be one of those people that is open-minded and considering
Absolutely.
the possibility that
And that's what I'm
like
saying. Like, how, what steps do you take to like?
the first step you take is removing all like presumptions.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Immediately, everything is a neutral situation.
I like that.
Like,
I like that. I do
Even
agree
like,
with that.
and be real with yourself on what personal biases you have, because we all have them, bro. We're all shaped by like
by society,
by
our
you know,
standards,
like living
people's
in
standards.
this existence that is simultaneously hideous and beautiful for infinity, forever,
So
in circles.
Agreed.
What?
No, I agreed. Completely agree.
So I think from when we started, I can rationalize your mindset a little more. We just have different mindsets. You feel me? It's not a bad thing at all.
That's the beauty.
Yeah. What is your stance on money and its importance? This is going to be a big one.
God, it's like one of those things that's like there.
Weird.
I mean, like, obviously
It's
the
so weird.
idea of like the like pure, you know, like money as like a pure concept is, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's like one of those things that if it's an absolute, it goes to an extreme that's revolting. I.e., our like crazy amount of like just like exorbitant, like, and decadent, like we could all be living like, you know what I'm saying, like dope. Like we could all have like dope pads, you know what I'm saying? Because the
People still
cost
wouldn't
of
be
things
happy.
doesn't, like, yeah,
People
something
still
like
wouldn't be
something like
happy.
there's like 28. If we were to subdivide each homeless person and like each like
And
citizen
give them
of
all,
America
let's say, $500,000
and count the number of houses, each person could have 28 houses because of how many extra just fucking like houses there fucking are. Like, what the fuck?
But do you think
We're just building
would
like
that
as a
be the end
nervous
all?
habit. Like,
would that be the end all of, you know?
Well,
that would be sauce. We could all have like a fucking kingdom.
But do you think people would be happy at like,
exactly, and people would have to be like, oh well, I can't say that that like this dick measuring contest all of a sudden isn't going on, and like I really cared about that contest. I had a lot invested into that.
Do you
contest.
think that contest would ever stop? I feel like it's human nature to like try to like outdo each other and compete. You know,
humans have a competitive nature, nonetheless. Correct. That's Darwinism.
I feel like even if we all had 12,
don't front on Darwin, my dude.
If we all had 12 houses and $1 billion in the bank, it's still like it wouldn't mean shit. You'd want 15 more houses and $2 more billion.
All of us are still alive, and money is just paper.
Is it money, or is it like
it is an idea? We ascribe value to things. So if you have,
is it things or power though? Like,
what's the difference?
I feel like power.
In this reality,
you can't quantize power though, like the way you can quantize like a physical. Like,
people
thing.
in power would say you can.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because the people in power are like, look at my.
I feel like people in power value influence and influence more than they do things. And like they don't get that through things
by influence. For sure.
Nah. So I feel like you get to a point where like things don't even
really
mean shit.
As a political system.
When was the last time that someone was like, "Hey, can you do something for free?" And you're like, "No."
Exactly.
No,
like, exactly.
Wait, but like,
how much influence can you buy? How much influence can you buy? Like
how?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, yeah, I know, but that's to ask, like, like what is?
I can buy influence not just with
top
money.
Of infinity, or like
I could blackmail you into like giving me influence. You know, like that's not necessarily.
That's
like
true. If I believe that money has power.
But it wouldn't be money at that point. If I blackmail you into giving me influence, so it's like you're selling me like kind of like your.
But I
what you
like
would think
if
it's
but
like
if
your
I
respect to the people.
But if I just like have no problem with any of it, and I'm just like, yeah, do whatever you want, and you're like,
but it's not money at that point. It's like
right, but
like
then. But what I'm saying is like you don't. You're assuming that like there's. That like
people care about their image.
Well, yeah, people. I mean, I would say, as a whole, in this society in America, people most definitely care way too much about their image, and they need to like, have a little check every now and then.
Well, this is my question, right? So, I think we're in a capitalist society, and the reason I think it works. Can I finish before you get pissed?
Yeah,
this dude's tight. I think it works because it rewards the hardest worker. And I think hard work as a human is the only thing you can do to manipulate your circumstance. So from your stance, you would say...
I would say, where does food grow? Food grows from earth.
Hundo P, bro.
But
what does money buy? Money ultimately is just a means to an end to achieve, like, oh, I want to purchase this thing. Oh, well, like, if Susie wants to purchase the X thing and Timmy wants to purchase Y thing, we have to have some way of making them both happy. Why don't we just have an imaginary paper system where we have a non-physical idea poorly represented with a paltry sham of a physical idea
Yes, but what I'm saying is nonetheless hard work has generally moved us as a race forward, correct?
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah.
that system that's what rewards that system.
Money isn't results.
Not money necessarily, but the outcome of whatever you get from that system. What
you have to incentivize people to work, man. It's that's just the way.
How about the will to live? You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that a given?
Once money has collapsed, what does it go back to? It goes back to what you physically have and what you know how to do. If you were straight up Bear Grylls which Bear Grylls is weak sauce.
What?
No. Less. God damn it! What's his last fucking name?
Les. Oh, it's Survivor Man.
Survivor Man, bro.
Who does all his own camera shit. Les Grossman. Les Smithson.
Les Scrungleman.
Yeah, that dude used to be fucking bad as shit, bro.
Bro, he is bad as shit because he's just look.
Fuck it. If I don't come out, I don't.
Look, just so you will know what to do. I'm just showing you how to not fuck up quite as hard and continue to survive for just a little bit longer because bro, okay, shit gets real when the power goes out, does it not?
I could live.
Because you remember what real actual nighttime darkness is like, which is very, very crushingly dark, bro. It's very dark outside to the point where like the moon starts to shine like, bro, like super bright. Like you're like, God damn. The moon is just like swole right now. Like I'm talking about you when you like you got to go out, you know what I'm saying, like out away from light pollution, away from a major city. You got to go out into the
John,
like
come
country.
In. Wait, let's
guys,
get John
hold
a
on,
seat.
we got to take a pause. This is our man John Scott in the building. The man, the myth, the legend behind Phoenix Down. Come on.
Wait, no, here, John. Let me go get another seat. Hell yeah. So Mike had a spirited talk on. We were talking earlier about his astronomy and
John, they said
Astronomy or astrology?
Astrology.
Excuse me. It's deviated a little bit.
Yeah.
And so now Mike is kind enough to tell us that
They basically were like, why
they
everything?
deviated during the scientific
And I was
method
like,
because the scientific method wasn't able to be used on astrology because it's not scientific.
bro, it is scientific. And let me
No,
explain, viewers.
If it were scientific, you'd be able to use the scientific method to test it.
What is the scientific method?
It's where you use a hypothesis and then
Okay.
Testing system.
a series of like controls, and then you like test it.
Right,
and
okay.
You decide if your hypothesis, and then other people. It needs to be verifiable by other people being able to
Well,
repeat the test.
I would posit that, one, astrology does fit the parameters of that, and two, that like people confirm it all the time with their behavior. But I will explain why it is physical. It has to do with physics. Why astrology has to do with physics, folks. Bing, 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 and not just with mumbo jumbo hippie mamby pamby bullshit.
If it is real, it does have to do with physics.
Peep fam. So
I
Physics-
just wait, can
physics
I just
tells
tell
us-
John since he just sits in, I just don't understand your motivations. Like I just don't get why you think this way if you don't have to. Do you know what I'm saying?
who are you talking to?
To you. I'm just trying to like get to the root of it. Like
You don't have to. I mean, like,
that's what I'm saying. I just feel like there's like a natural pessimism in your thought.
People's
That-
beliefs like usually choose them. It's recording.
So this is hey Mike, you just move your foot real quick, bro. You move your left foot. There you go. Thanks, bro. So this will actually be
Whoops.
a good test. Are you guys familiar with how we've been opening and closing the show?
No.
All right. So this is what we've been doing, bro. We've been everyone who comes up here, they look at the camera, they say their name. I'm blank, and this is my golden hour. And then immediately following that statement, you're going to say I'm blank.
And
That was my golden hour, which will be used as the closing cut.
I am John Scott. This is my golden hour.
Bang.
Michael Vann.
We like it.
What? And then what did you say?
No,
I am blank.
This is my golden.
This is my golden hour.
That sums up this one pretty well, actually.
All
right.
closer.
Closer.
You guys do the
Yo, no,
close.
you guys should clap. Clap on the closer.
This has been John Scott and
Michael Vann.
with your golden hour.
Bang.
I am blank.
Synchronicity.
Make sure you come to Phoenix Downs for all your mixing, guys.
Absolutely, I'm
John
the best
will
in the
hold
city.
it down. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
John
if you
is the
can,
best
if you
in
can
the
get
city.
in.
Yeah, he's actually not
Big
gassing
facts.
you. This is if
Flex.
you're a whack rapper, you'll come in here and you'll leave mediocre.
Yeah, definitely. That's how it goes. If you're good, you'll leave great. If you're great, you'll leave legend.
Exactly.
Boom.
That's all
And,
we
and if
need.
you're like on the cusp, you can come hang out with Mike.
Yep.
Hey, but
And I'll do some riffs on the guitar.
Hell yeah.
You can make a
Some
beat.
cool shit.
I can shred for
In the
days.
sea room.
Maybe paint some
Oh yeah,
fire.
and you can peep his painting. He been at this bitch for 3 weeks.
I don't know if it's been 3 weeks.
I like the wings or the water. I like that. I
You're
can't
the-
tell what
you're
it
the
is.
second person that said it looks like wings.
Yeah, it
But
does.
maybe it is wings. Subconsciously, you're
I know
drawing
that it's
wings,
not
bro.
wings. I just think it
For
looks
an
like
angel.
wings.
Interesting.
Look at
All
that.
right, all right, what's this from? If you guys can name this song, I will get you the first presses of the new GDPT.
Can I name it whatever I want?
Well, no, I'm
You
saying
gotta get it right.
you gotta get it right.
Get it right. You can't just name shit.
Michael knows what I was doing. That's hilarious.
There we go. Hold me like a river, Jordan, And I will say to thee that you are my friend.
What the fuck?
Hold me.
Oh my god.
River Jordan.
Oh, I will say to thee that you were my friend. Oh, hold me, yeah. Carry me, Jordy.
I don't know the name.
I mean, it sounds familiar.
It vaguely sounds familiar to me.
I have no idea.
I'm just assuming that there would be claps and a halftime.
John and I are
thing.
also
You
like
gotta be
a like a
perfect.
Yeah, I've never
John and
heard
I
it.
are like a really like catastrophically bad team for like if you needed to like it's like common reference. We're both like
It's not.
that's possible.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm gonna pull it up.
They're like no, you know
Hey,
who
do you
this
know
person is, right? And we're both like I
No.
think
Maybe. I'm not gonna say yes
yeah, right.
to something I don't know, unless sometimes someone will ask me and I'll be like, "Fuck, I can't just say like no." They're like giving me like, "Oh, you know who this person is,
Right,
right?"
and you're like,
And I'm like, "Yes." I'm gonna
Of
shake my head
course,
because you're shaking
yeah.
yes.
Like
But like, you've played the 13th level on Zelda, right? And I'll be like, "Yeah."
Ocarina
There
of
isn't
Time?
12 levels.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I love Ocarina of Time.
Great.
suck
All right, ready?
of time.
What's this?
Oh. Now that there are chords in a
Yo.
xylophone,
Yo, can we do that?
I
as
totally
far as, like,
recognize the
copyright?
song.
Yeah, it's recording. We're on monitor.
Oh, it's a swing feel.
Oh, is
Do you
that
know what it is
MJ?
yet?
Is that MJ?
Does that, when you say it's that MJ, does that mean that Michael Jackson's the one that's singing right now?
No, Michael Jordan.
Drummer boy,
Michael Jordan had a memorable, music career.
Drummer boy, Christmas.
It says, will you be there?
Single version.
It's a statement.
I thought I got the.
Will
melody
you be
right
there?
Yo, we work out of Westlake a lot in LA. It's the studio that was built for Michael Jackson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you
Damn.
recorded like
Bing,
bad
bing,
in
bing,
there.
bing.
Do you ever feel his spirit? at
Every
all?
every once in a while, I sleep in the monkey room when I don't have a hotel yet, and it's like early in the morning, and I don't want to wake people up, or I can't call them because it's like their phones are off, and I like will get permission, and I had to sleep in the monkey room, and
That's
I had
what's
some
my
weird
book.
dreams.
Damn, son.
Were they dreams? I don't know.
You got a spirit.
They were dreams.
It's part of you.
Yeah.
Hell
Me,
yeah.
what is it? Why you keep
That's the goat.
like monkey room like for
No,
bubbles?
yeah,
Yes,
for
for
bubbles.
Michael
where the
Jackson's
monkeys
monkey?
stay.
Yeah, Michael, he had a room all to himself to watch the bands.
What a sicko.
So it's
Alright.
you're, okay.
Well, that was great, man.
I had dark dreams in Bubbles' room, mommy.
Michael, can you?
Golden is a gang ho. I stay up on the bang bros. She gon' do what I say so. Yeah, I'm running to the pesos.